Awesome. Hey you guys, I'm Brock Roberts. I'm the founder and owner of Happy Valley Clinic, and I wanted to kind of share with you, just on a really personal note, what my why is and why I do what I do. I've been an entrepreneur all of my life. It's what I've always done. I was 8 years old mowing lawns, 9 years old, had a paper route, kept mowing lawns, started a window cleaning business, all of that. Anyway, I've always been an entrepreneur and have enjoyed working in that space, and wanted to bring value to folks' lives. In my 20s, I got into the financial service industry and started helping people to prepare for retirement and help them with life insurance and annuities and all that type of stuff. And worked in that space for 15 years, helped people get out of debt and all that jazz. Worked in that space for 15 years. And then in 2013, I was a passenger in a car driving down Redwood Road at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, heading north to go have some sushi. And a Ford F-350, fully loaded with a trailer of metal on the back, comes across 3 lanes of traffic as he's going south and blows through the side of us. And I was in the back seat on the right-hand side, didn't have my seatbelt on. And so I was thrown into the grill of the truck and then thrown back over to the other side of the car. And I remember thinking, oh my word, I didn't get thrown out of this vehicle. That's crazy. As I was like knocked out, I remember thinking that. And when I came to, I was now laying on the door, that is the back door, that's now crushed into the middle of the seat. And in that moment, life would change for us forever. The business that I had built up in the industry that I worked in for 15 years, because of my injuries, a lot of that was cognitive, was brain injury. It would be taken from me, and I would lose that agency. My agents would go somewhere else, and I couldn't work in that space anymore because I couldn't process. I was pretty good at numbers before that. Couldn't process information. Had a speech impediment. I'd stutter regularly, and I couldn't be active. Couldn't be the athlete that I'd always been. And having dealt with depression from the time I was 12 and on throughout my life, I would manage it through physical activity, and that went away. And so I started struggling with deeper depression, and my wife would have to finish my sentences for me. We'd be having a conversation with someone, and I couldn't finish that. So it was a really hard, dark time. We'd had our 4th child, and so Chrissy was taking care of me and our 4 kids. And after about 2 years, my brain would come back, and I'd start to be able to process things more effectively. And at that point, I started doing research on things that might possibly help me recover more. And I'd already been through a ton of therapy. I went to hyperbaric chamber treatments and speech therapy and all of these things, cognitive neuroscience like stuff. And at 2 years, I was like, okay, my brain's coming back. I looked at cryotherapy and thought, oh my goodness, this could help me in so many ways. And so after doing the research, I thought, okay, I'm going to build a business. We had no money because the guy that hit us, had 2 tax liens on the business, convicted felon, and his insurance had failed 2 days before that. So like we literally would lose everything and start life all over. And so I had to get investors, and I started a cryotherapy clinic about three years after the accident. And we helped a ton of people. Helped local college here, and then helped another local college. They're athletes, and they found a ton of value in what we provided. In that, I learned a ton about the microvascular system, about the vascular system, how to speak in the terms of health and wellness, and we really began to help people live a better quality of life. And really that became my why. After I had gotten hit, my quality of life had been taken from me. And when it started coming back, I thought, man, I want to help people live a better quality of life, live longer, healthier, happier lives. And so with the cryo business, we did that and had wonderful success. And we worked in microvascular therapy, and we did oxygen saturation, oxygen deprivation therapy, and we worked in full body cryo with nitrogen, liquid nitrogen, and we just had amazing experiences with that therapy. That was in 2016 when we opened up that. In 2018, I started doing additional research in other modalities of care, and sexual health being one of them. Finding that there was a huge need in that space. I did all the clinical research and looked into the articles and decided that we would open up a clinic that would focus on the sexual health of men and women, helping men with erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation and low libido and low energy and being overweight because of hormones not being where they should. And so we worked in the hormone space and helping men get their testosterone where they needed to be. And then also helping women with urinary incontinence, because after they have babies, a lot of times they'll experience urinary incontinence when they run, jump, laugh, cough, they'll pee their pants. And so we got technologies that would help with that. We also address hormones for women and weight loss. And after doing all of that research, putting all that business together, went and got investors, and after 18 months, opened up Happy Valley Clinic. And we opened up in March of 2020. And my thoughts were if we can help folks to be able to have that wonderful, sweet connection back into their life and bring happy back into that relationship where they can be intimate with one another again and possibly have a connection that they've never had before, that's what I wanted to do. And we know that one of the top reasons for divorce is complications regarding intimacy. Sex, debt, like those are like the top ones, right? And so we dove in, and it has been profound, the impact that we've been able to have on people's lives, helping couples to have a connection that they'd never had before, helping couples that were dealing with the issues of not being able to be intimate because the anatomical parts of the body for him aren't working anymore, or she's experiencing painful intimacy and doesn't know what to do. She's low in her libido's low, his libido's low, or one's high and one's low, and they're trying to navigate all of that. And it's been so wonderful to help couples to have that connection back and to begin to experience the peace and happiness that comes with understanding and being able to have their bodies respond like they're supposed to. So it can be a very complicated space, and it can cause great emotion. A lot of times gals think that, hey, he's just not attracted to me anymore. I'm overweight, or I'm just not what I used to be for him, and so that's why he can't get these erections. And so the reality is that's not the case at all. Nearly every one of our men that come in for care that can't get erections, like all of them, seriously, all of them are dealing with an issue that is anatomical vascular issues. It doesn't have anything to do with how attracted they are to their sweethearts. The majority of men that come in are head over heels for their sweet wives. But their wife thinks, oh, it's me. But it's not. And so we wanted to address these issues, and it's been really a great experience, and the impact we've been able to have for couples and for the individuals that we've cared for. As we've moved through that space and have helped couples to have a better quality of life together, and to have intimate connection that some of them that have never had this deep of a connection. We looked at also hormones. I addressed that just a little bit, but hormones aren't just about sex. It's not just about, we think of testosterone for guys. We think, oh, they're testosterone rage. Actually, that's not the case. Most men, they get their testosterone levels where they need to be. They're more calm. They do better. They build muscle easier. They burn fat easier. They have more clarity of mind. They sleep better. They handle stress better. They ultimately get to be better dads, better husbands. When our hormones are, for both men and women, when they are not where they really need to be, they don't get to be really who they are. But when those hormone levels are where they should be, intimacy is better, life is better, connection is better. Have more energy after work, come home and spend time and play with the kids, right? That's my why. I want to help people live a better quality of life. So after we went into that space, we moved into stem cell therapy and opened up Happy Valley Regeneration. And that's been open now. So we opened up Happy Valley Clinic in March of 2020, and we opened up the stem cell clinic in July of 2024, and have had a profound response there, and have made a huge difference in folks' lives. Mostly folks that are struggling with chronic pain, where their quality of life has been taken from them due to a bad knee issue or back pain, or chronic pain in other areas, issues due to diabetes, right? And because stem cells are able to make a huge difference in the recovery of tissue. Me personally, I actually tore both my labrums in my hips because I was doing a leg workout wrong. Suffered with that pain for like 9 months. I tried platelet-rich plasma injections. I tried electroneedling. I went to a physical therapist. Tried ultrasound. Tried near-infrared and far-infrared therapy, cryotherapy. Tried all this stuff, and nothing worked. And I'm not a surgery guy, so I was like, I'm not gonna get surgery. But after 9 months of being in that pain, I was like, I think I'm gonna have to have surgery. So I was getting ready to do that, and then in the research of the stem cell stuff, I thought, okay, here's one last Hail Mary, and so I got stem cell injections into both hips. Within 6 weeks, I was back to playing basketball hard again, playing flag football, and being active again, and had a huge impact on me. And so that's the reason that we do what we do. We want to help all of our patients, those that we work with, live a healthier, happier, better quality of life. And that is Brock Roberts' why. And we want to be there for any of you that are in need any way. If your quality of life has been diminished, or if you know of someone who is struggling, whose quality of life has been diminished, and they're not quite sure what to do or where to go, we'd hope that you'd think of Happy Valley first, either Happy Valley Clinic or Happy Valley Regeneration. We're here for you, and we'll address nutrition, all of these points. We just want to help you live a better, healthier quality of life. And appreciate you taking the time to watch this video as to why Brock Roberts does what he does, and want you to know that we care about you deeply, and we want to help ease that pain and help you to have better, deeper, wonderful connections with your loved ones, and that deeper, wonderful connection with your sweetheart. And thanks for taking a minute to watch this video.